Welcome back to the Happy Libra. Hey, guys. Today's Thursday, February 23rd. I could be totally wrong with that. Anywho, I'm doing a reading for a friend of a friend. Yeah, a friend of a friend. And her name is Rebel. Listen, I am trying to contain my excitement right now because this chart is so packed full of goodies that I'm not familiar with, and it is so well balanced. I'm also going to kind of address the houses a little bit just so I can practice. And I'm just so excited. So let's start the way that I usually do. This reading is for entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. I do not know this person. So, this is an astrological reading of a subby who has a friend, and I'm doing the reading on her friend. So, Rebel, this is for you. Welcome back to the Happy Libra. So, like I was saying, look at this chart, people. It's like a beautiful flower, so well balanced. Just amazing. I don't even know where to start. Actually, I do. I do know where to start because, like I was saying earlier, there's some placements here that I am totally like, I'm so unfamiliar with it that I wasn't even sure how to read it, this in particular. But I thought about it for a while, and I've been doing this for a very long time, and I'm quite confident in what this means. Okay, so if this video happens to cut off, I'll do a part two. So, this is going to be a long one. If you're looking for something short and sweet, no, this is going to be one of my longer readings. So, this is Venus in Cancer, and it's sitting in the 10th house. Now, the 10th house talks about career and our reputation, also kind of like our status in the world. So, the thing I just want to mention is this person does have a planet in their career house and in their reputation house. So, for me, that's telling me that this person probably does have a career, right? Because it's stimulating that energy. And this person probably is known, I don't want to say to a lot of people, but I would say known because there is a planet there stimulating that. Now, the other positive with this is Venus is known as a money planet. It's not so much in my mind, but in a lot of astrology books, it's known as a money planet. So she's got a money planet sitting in a career house. That's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. So I don't know this person. I don't know if they have a career, if they've always been able to kind of like maintain money in their life, but this is looking pretty good. All right, so let me get to the stuff I usually do. Now, Venus usually talks about love and how we demonstrate our love, how we think that love should be shown within a relationship, or even, with people that we're close to. Now, it's sitting in Cancer. Cancer is a zodiac sign of nurture. Mm-hmm. Nurture and parenting. It's also a very feminine zodiac sign, and it's also cardinal, meaning it's very like outgoing. It doesn't hold back its feelings. So, what this is telling me is this person, with the people that they have a romantic relationship with and the people that they're close to, they are very like affectionate, very nurturing. When somebody walks by you, someone who cares about you, and they just kind of rub your hair or your shoulders, this is that person. They are always expressing love and gratitude and giving nurturing to the people that are close to them. I think that's really nice, and it's softening my heart and making me feel weird, and I like it. Okay, so let's keep going. Oh, yes. Okay, because this chart was too juicy, so I had to like look at it for a little bit before we actually started, and yeah, I like it. So listen, this person, I almost forgot to. This person has Mercury in Gemini. And guess what? Gemini is the natural or reverse. Mercury is a natural ruler of Gemini. So what does that mean? That this Mercury is even stronger. So I have a lot of experience with Gemini and Mercury. Now, Mercury talks about communication, and it's like messages. It's back and forth energy. It's like, yeah, communication and messages, and kind of to and fro in a physical sense and in an energetic sense. It's hard to explain. But the fact that it's in Gemini means everything I just mentioned is like amplified. So, in the house that it's sitting in is the ninth house. Okay, a little bit stumped there. A little bit stumped there. I might have to take a couple seconds to think about this now. Because the ninth house is the house of philosophy and religion and the spiritual guru. So, what is all of this? This is sounding very spiritual and very airy. Like, ooh, is this person some great philosopher or something? Like, okay, here's the thing I noticed when I looked at this. This is a lot to unpack. When I first noticed this, Rebel, are you ready? Because here's the truth. I know it because I see it in your chart. You are chatty and you can't stop. Nobody can tell you to stop talking. You can't stop talking. Once you wake up in the morning till the time you fall asleep at night, you are talking and talking and talking. Yep, you just can't help it. That's just who you are. So that's the first thing. I have to mention that. The second thing is the dualistic energy of Gemini. Now, it's not bad, but I think that if people meet you and they don't understand that, they can be kind of like put off and find this type of person strange or weird. And there's nothing, it's not weird. It's something, if you embrace it, it's like you can enjoy it, because I'm pretty sure that this person has a really good sense of humor. And like I said in another reading, Gemini rules mimicry. Mimicry, like being able to like copy somebody else and mimic how they behave. So, Rebel, you might be really good at mimicking people's behaviors. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if you're really like funny and comedic and you imitate people and you imitate the way they speak, maybe even the way that they move around. Yeah, this is kind of cool. But ninth house, like, I don't know. I mean, are you really spiritual? Are you really like, I mean, I'm just going to keep repeating myself. So I'm just going to move on, because that's the house of the spiritual guru. And it's also, it also talks about astrology. So you may be a lover of astrology yourself. I'm really not sure. Let's keep going. All right. This is so much fun for me, you guys. Okay, and also, yes, I noticed you're a natural Gemini, meaning that you have your sun in Gemini. So, wow, you're very Geminian. That's so cool. And one thing I remember about my ex, whenever we'd go somewhere and we had to choose something, he was a Gemini. He would never like to just pick one. If he liked both, he would always get both. You probably do the same thing here. All right, moving on, because I could just keep talking about this chart. Oh, you have North Node in Aries in the 7th. Are you extremely attractive? What is this? North Node in Aries in the 7th. Okay, Aries talks about the image that we portray to the world. And the 7th house, okay, no, it's not in the 7th. It's sitting in the 8th. But this says 29 degrees. Hold on. 29 degrees. I am a little bit confused here, but it is sitting in Aries in the 8th house. Yes, it is. Okay. In the 8th house. Okay, yeah, that could be a lot to unpack. The 8th house is not a simple house. But this Aries thing, okay. Let's keep going. Because I'm really liking this. Right, this is another key part of this chart I really did want to not leave out. Yes. All right, so when I looked at the chart as a whole, I saw quite a few indications of psychic ability. If you're not psychic, that would really, really surprise me, especially with that very strong Gemini. You have a lot of water in your chart.
I'm seeing a lot of water in your chart. You have the moon in Aquarius. Okay, one thing at a time. So, what's cool about this whole Jupiter in Pisces thing? Now, Jupiter talks about expansion, luck, where we're going to have ease in life. It is also a very spiritual planet, and it talks about expansion. And Pisces is very spiritual. And I don't know if you've ever heard of like indigos, but I think that a lot of them might be Piscean because Pisces is very watery. That's where they get the psychic ability from. So sorry, I had to keep my voice down, and I hate that because then it makes my voice crack. Okay, so Pisces is very like loving and psychic ability and how do they say the afterlife and yeah. There is something I want to ask because I want to know. The sixth house talks about our daily routine. It also talks about small animals. It talks about healing. It talks about nursing, and work, our daily work routine. So I was trying to figure out. I don't know, Rebel, if you have your own business, but with the indications in your chart, Venus sitting in the 10th of career, the moon sitting in the 5th, which is also business, now Jupiter in the 6th, and you got Pisces there, the dreamer. Pisces is also very creative. Jupiter is giving more power to that creativity in Pisces in the 6th. I mean, do you have a creative job? Because this is saying that you do, or you could, or it's saying that you should. Jupiter in Pisces is very creative. It's very like the dreamer, the hopeful, the world can be better, but it's very creative. There's no holding it back with Jupiter in Pisces. And yeah, like I said, can be quite psychic, even if it's just in your dreams. It's kind of freaking me out, actually. Yeah. So that's the routine, and it can also and so here it's stimulating your sixth house of healing. So are you somebody who likes to look after small animals? Do you look after people as a job? Um, I'm trying to figure out what this is. Do you run a business? Are you a manager? Because those are the indications I'm getting here. Yep, I guess I'll have to move on because I don't know. All right, but yeah, heavy creativity energy. Okay, so as far as her personality, this person is, and her outlook on life, this person is very hopeful. So when you feel bad, this is the person to call. I'm sorry, Rebel, but it's the truth. Because this person will totally feel bad for you and do everything in their power to help you. Totally. Jupiter in Pisces in the 6th. Yeah, they like helping people. They they are just like that. So there was a lot to unpack there, and I really enjoyed it, and I really need to keep practicing. So thanks for that, Rebel. That was cool. Okay, let's keep going. All right, here's some more juicy nuggets of this chart. All right, Moon in Aquarius in the 5th. Moon in Aquarius in the 5th. I think other astrologers would say, well, heck, that's psychic ability all day, all night. Any which way you turn it, north, south, east, west, that's psychic ability all day, all night. And it's sitting in the 5th house. So the area of life that this is stimulating is creativity, children, love affairs. I must be forgetting something. And from my perspective, business. So like I said, I mean, I don't know if you own a business, but you really should get into business if you don't own one, if you're not an entrepreneur already. So the moon talks about how moody and changeable we are. And it also talks about the things that we become emotionally attached to. And Aquarius is a zodiac sign that makes friends easily. So I know all day, all night, you make friends easy because you're so open-minded. You're so open-minded, and you're just open-minded. Like, You are the future. I have to put it that way. It came out that way because we're talking about your emotions, and your emotions are futuristic. So you are a futuristic person. And if you're futuristic, you're not close minded. And if you're not close minded and you're open to all types of people, it means you make friends easily. So you make friends easily, which is really, really cool. And something else is you probably don't get emotionally attached to them, which is kind of weird considering everything else I just said. Yeah, you probably don't get emotionally attached to them. It's like you make a really good friend, um, but if you happen to lose that friend somehow, not lose them, but I mean, if you guys get out of touch, you're not going to freak out. You're just going to keep going forward and keep hanging out with your other friends. Yeah, but some people, they get emotionally attached to things, and then it's like hard when they don't have them around. You don't have that problem. I'm seeing that you do not have that problem. So that's really cool. Ooh, look at this. I know. Okay, so this is another juicy nugget of this chart. Okay, what I'm gonna say is not like positive, but it's not negative. But it just shows you the eclecticity. That's not a word. The eclectness. That's not a word either. The diversity of this chart. Okay, so listen. Mars talks about impulses, anger, how moody and changeable we are, our motivation, physical, like how much physical energy we have, and of course how we are in the bedroom. I don't want anybody hearing me. But listen, Mars in Capricorn, from what I know, I knew someone, I almost spilled the beans there. I knew someone that had Mars in Capricorn, and she literally admitted to me that she wasn't so big on like bedroom play. Like she told me, like, I'm not really into it. Like that's what she told me. And she was a very good student in school, and I think that good students make great workers. So if you work somewhere or for someone, you're going to be an excellent employee. That I know for sure. Now here's the other side that's not so good. This person respects rules. They respect rules and regulations. Like they understand that in life there's an authority, and then there's a person who does what they're supposed to do. But having this placement naturally and respecting authority and just having that mindset, these people in non working environments or just in everyday environments like home or, people do their daily tasks, they can often become comfortable telling other people what to do even when they're not supposed to be. Yeah. For example, if you are an older sibling or I don't know, as a friend, and when I say telling other people what to do, I don't even know what that sound was. When I say telling other people what to do, I mean like being bossy and um, yeah, just thinking that you know best. Yeah, I knew someone very close to me like that. But what can I say? That's the Capricornian energy. That's Mars and Capricorn. Um, it likes to keep things in order, and I think that part of the order that they want to keep, it's like they want others to be in order as well because they understand that order produces success. So what I'm saying is not a bad thing. It's just something to be aware of because not everybody's going to agree with that. All right. And as far as bedroom, yeah, there's nothing much to say really because, Capricorn is not really known for, I mean, I'm sure they're fun because actually Capricorns can turn on their fun side. When they want to, they can totally flick that switch of being fun. But for the most part, they are constantly immersed in their work or what they will be doing in the future so that they can have long-term gains. So that type of stuff that I was talking about, it's not their number one priority because they have their priorities laid out, and their priorities and their goals lead them to their successes. So anywho, let me stop. All right. I think that was it. And I'm concerned that somebody's listening to me and that they're like, what the hell is she talking about? So overall, like, this was one of the juiciest charts to unpack because there's so much in here that was so much fun. Yeah. So, Rebel, if you're out there, I've done your reading for you and it was so much fun. If anybody listening to this liked this reading, please do give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know who else you'd like me to do. Also, subscribe. Thanks for stopping by. The Happy Libra. Bye for now.